Okay, welcome to, what do we call our podcast?
The Expert Noisemakers Podcast.
The Expert Noisemakers Podcast? That's a long word. Anyways.
We just have it as the Noisemakers Podcast.
Oh, okay. Then welcome to the Noisemakers Podcast.
I made the banner. I don't even know the name of the podcast.
Yeah, good job.
I know someone would recommend.
Yeah. I'm Taylor.
I'm Allison.
I'm Chelsea.
And we are going to talk today about how we are Canadian.
Being Canadian, it's in your heart.
It's in your blood.
The maple leaf, it's always there.
Some would say it's in your soul.
True fact, Canadians' blood tastes like maple syrup.
That does not sound like a true fact.
I'm a doctor.
Well, you're a very young doctor.
I saw someone on Instagram who was like, Canadian money doesn't smell like maple syrup. I'm a Canadian, I would know. And I'm like, no, it does.
What?
The little plastic maple leaf.
Yeah.
You can scratch it.
If you scratch it, if it's a new bill and you scratch it, it still smells like maple syrup.
Oh.
If it's an older bill, the smells kind of faded.
Yeah, this one lady was like, I'm a Canadian, I would know. It doesn't smell like maple syrup. I'm like, if you're a Canadian, you would know it does smell like maple syrup.
Is she taking an old bill?
No, it was a new one. She was like the little leaf. And I'm like, no.
She just probably doesn't
you're wrong.
That's weird. Anyways, why are we talking about why we're Canadian, Allison?
Because this morning, I brought up the topic of how Canadians say just some strange things, and how definitely between Canadians and Americans, there's always, just things are called different things, even though they're the same thing. So I was like, I'm going on a hunt to find a big old list of what is different. And I found one.
So tell me, what is different?
I mean, the internet stopped working for a second, so everyone just hold your horses.
Hold your ponies! In the
Taylor's
meantime,
room.
let's talk about just initial things that we know. We know that Canada
It's full of snow.
is full of snow, but also parts of America.
I wouldn't say full of snow, though.
Well, I mean...
Because I'm like, Brantford doesn't get a single drop of snow, ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty... If you live in a valley, it's not a good place for weather.
If you live by the lake, it's perfectly fine.
Chemical Valley, the best place to live.
Yeah, no kidding.
Niagara Falls winter last year wasn't all that snowy. I expected it to be a lot worse because it was by such a big body of water.
Yeah.
I've heard didn't the water not freeze as much?
Yeah, because I think every year they have at least one full freeze.
Yeah, I think the American Falls do or something like that.
Yeah, but I'm not sure.
I don't know if it is this year. Anyway, so yeah, this is a nice list I found on Financial Post. Called 35 Things Canadians Say That Americans Don't Understand.
Alright, let's,
Number 1 is a keener.
A keener?
A person who is extremely eager or keen.
Wait, is that a thing that we say, or a thing
it's a
that...
thing we say. Yeah, this is a list of things that Canadians say.
Okay.
That Americans do not understand.
Okay, so keener.
I mean, if I'm being 100% honest with you, I haven't heard anyone ever say that, but we do use the word keen.
I mean, I feel like that's just English is using keen.
Yeah,
but
I've never called someone a keener before.
No, that's weird.
I know I haven't.
No.
Yeah. I mean, no. Maybe it's a northern thing. But, keep in mind, we're just the experiences of Ontario.
Yeah, I know some of these things on the list. I browsed a little bit earlier. Some of them are a lot, Nova Scotian things people say there. I know in Nova Scotia, instead of saying Walmart, they call it Wally World.
Wally World?
And I say that just because my grandma says that. But it's a Nova Scotia thing specifically. And I'm like, that's interesting.
I didn't know that because I say Wally World.
I know, yeah.
Right?
It's I guess it started in Nova Scotia, but I call it Wally World.
Weird.
But anyway, so yeah, that's another one on the list. But anyway, next up is Mickey.
I know what that is.
Is that McDonald's?
No.
Mickey.
Do you not know?
No.
It's the small bottles of alcohol.
It's a 375 milliliter bottle of alcohol, usually shaped like a flask.
Okay. Yeah.
They fit perfectly in a lady's purse.
We have a Mickey of vodka.
We have a Mickey of vodka. I've brought Mickeys to class. No, I know. Okay.
Did you just not know they were called a Mickey?
Well, no, I've called them Mickeys. I just, in the context, it seemed weird.
Mickey.
Just like Mickey. No other context. It's use it in a sentence.
Now the next one on the list is runners.
Runners, so shoes.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, is that not a thing in America?
I mean,
do they call them trainers?
I don't think
Isn't that a British thing?
I think
Maybe.
so, but isn't it just sneakers?
Yeah, I think
Sneakers?
I think Americans just call them sneakers
Or running shoes?
or running shoes.
Yeah, just kind of what they.
Runners. Yeah.
Next is stag and stagette parties.
Stagette?
Yeah,
I didn't know stagette was a word.
I didn't know stagette was a word.
Do they mean doe?
Well,
a female deer?
I think you're thinking of buck and does.
It's bachelor and bachelorette parties.
Yeah,
a
a stag and doe.
No. That's something before a wedding.
Yeah, you're thinking of what I call it a buck and doe.
Yeah.
Not a stag and doe. That's what you're thinking of.
A stag is like a bachelor party.
Yeah.
And in this case, a stagette is a
party?
bachelorette party.
Yeah, so that's a dough.
Yeah, but
A bachelorette party is a dough.
Yeah, but a buck and doe is not the same as this.
No, but we call it a dough. We call it a stag and dough. So the stag is the male, is like the groom's bachelor party, and then the dough is the bride's bachelor party.
Oh,
But you don't say it together.
Yeah, you say, oh, I'm like, he's having a stag and she's having a dough, so it's a stag and dough. And a lot of times, and I don't know about you guys, but like, a lot of times people will have their stag and dough in the same building.
Oh.
So if it's like in a hotel, they like get one room, and then the does get another room. So it's like a stag and dough in the same building.
I just
but,
say
like,
bachelor or
different rooms.
bachelorette party.
That's what I say
I don't say
too.
stag and like
I've
stag
never.
or whatever. I've never
We used to
said
say
those.
bachelor and bachelorette, but like I think the TV show ruined it for us. So we call them stag and does now.
Next up, which Chelsea and I never knew, we looked at these this morning, is Hang a Larry and Hang a Roger.
Hang a left and hang a right.
Yeah.
How did you know that?
Oh, I mean, I feel like it's obvious. Because we always say I always say
Hang a
like,
Roger.
oh, you'll hang a right over there, or you'll hang a left over there, but never the names.
I know, I've never said the name before.
I just realized that the...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes
Larry
sense.
left, Roger right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I was like, oh, that must be what it means.
What if I don't know what left and right is? Just go straight.
Mm.
Well, what happens if you're going straight?
Hang a Roger and a Larry.
Hang a Stacy.
Hang a Stacy.
Okay.
We just invented a new thing.
And then if you're going backwards, you're hanging a bob.
Oh my god, no.
Just hang a. If you see the man in the metal tube, you gotta hang a bob. Go backwards, you mean? Yeah, hang a bob.
The man in the metal tube. Was that a police officer?
I don't know, just.
Like a car's a metal tube.
I was just thinking of like a landmark, and so I just thought of
Oh.
a man in like
in a metal
in like
tube.
a drum, like an oil drum metal tube.
An
I was-
oil drum?
Yeah, I don't
really?
know. Naked guy, crazy guy in the woods.
What's happening?
You guys know
Moving on.
the man in the metal tube.
No.
No.
Okay.
2-4.
2-4. Yeah, that means okay, got it. Right?
No.
No.
2-4. What?
It's a case of 24 beers.
Yeah.
Oh, then no.
Hey,
Yeah.
get me 2-4.
I don't drink beer, so I wouldn't know.
Lame. Canadian beer is the best. Not
Yeah.
actually, but it's one of the best.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry if Americans are watching, but yeah, American beer is piss. It's disgusting.
It's literally piss water. It's so gross.
Canadian
It's
beer's the
insanely
best.
watered down. The only other beer that I've had that's I personally find better than Canadian beer is Polish beer.
Mhm.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
It's really strong, so I like it.
Yeah.
Beer specifically in Canada, Quebec has like the best beer. It's so cheap and
I-
it's so good.
I was gonna say I don't like beer, but there is a brewery in Sarnia
Yeah.
called the Refined Fool.
Mhm.
It's so good. Like they have a bunch of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia like themed beers. So they have like the Day Man and then the Night Man, and they're
That's
really
crazy.
good. There
We
was
should
like
go to the brewery in Toronto.
we should go to any brewery in
Like the one
the
in the
GTA.
Maybe.
Like it's,
Oh.
it's by the convention center.
Yeah.
Yes, that one.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
thinking.
When I did my solo date to Toronto, when I did the aquarium, I went there after, and it was a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go,
Yeah,
but like
it's really nice.
not when I know I have to be the driver because I do actually want to try their beer.
Well, you don't have to drive.
Well,
You
no,
can train.
that's what I'm saying. But like,
We could maybe
if
go.
it was coming from
Now we're just like making day plans, and I'm like, we could go and I could drive because like I don't have to drink.
Yeah. I could. Well, oh, I wouldn't drive.
well, if we leave,
I won't
from-
drink, but I don't think I'd drive.
Like
Which
if
one
we
isn't
leave
that
from
bad?
here
Yeah.
though, we can just walk to the GO station.
Yeah, we could walk.
Station.
Yeah.
So then that way everyone can.
Anyways.
try something.
Anyway,
Hey,
now that we're
welcome
making
to-
our weekend plans.
Yeah, welcome to Making Our Weekend Plans, the podcast.
Next up are freezies.
Oh yeah.
Specifically the ones like in the plastic.
Yeah,
tubes.
I love freezies.
Yeah.
What are they what are they called otherwise?
Yeah, what do Americans
I
call
don't know.
those?
Ice pops, maybe? Popsicles?
But
Americans
ice pops, I would think,
call-
would be the ones on the stick.
They have to be the
not-
ones on the stick, yeah.
Not the ones in the
Oh,
plastic.
hang on. The internet's so weird in here. But
Yeah.
I don't know. The picture looks so good. It's just like a bucket full of freezies.
Oh
the
my
blue
God.
ones are the best.
Crack open a cold one with the boys.
But it's a freezie.
But it's a freezy.
What do they call them? What do Americans call these?
I'm not
They're
sure.
called freezies. What do they call them? They call them... Oh my god, no. No.
What?
Who wrote this?
What do they call them?
The guy who, like, I'm on just, like, a forum. He says the most common term used is popsicles, but he spelled it pop and then, like, cycles.
Ah!
Like a bicycle.
Uh,
No, popsicles is one word. Apparently otter pops is another one.
Otter pop.
But I would think, like, actually calling the popsicles would have to be like the ones on the stick. Like that's where my mind goes, right?
Yeah.
Freezies are in the plastic and the popsicles are on the stick.
In Australia, apparently they call them ice blocks.
Ice blocks.
I've heard that before, actually.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like I've heard that one before.
Freeze pops, I think, seems to be a common one.
Freeze pops, yeah.
That one I could
Actually, freeze pops seems to be. Freeze pops or ice pops.
Okay.
Popsicles is usually used for frozen treats on a stick.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I would call it. Okay, next one on the list. Let me get off the weird Popsicle website. Is a toque. Of course, that was on the list.
Toque. Me and Allison were talking about this earlier, and how she says she just calls it a hat.
Like, I just like...
But,
like, if I'm going to get, like, I know it's, like, specifically, like, a winter-themed hat, but, like, I'm just gonna call it a hat.
But, like, the toque is considered, like...
a style of hat, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I,
But so when I think of a hat, like I think of either ones with usually like a brim, like you'd have the baseball cap or like the summer caps, the floppy hats, right?
Yeah.
So when I think of a toque, I think of like the knit ones you wear during the winter.
I feel like it's different in my household just because like we had like a front closet thing, and in it my mom has like baskets where we keep our toques.
Yeah.
But they're really only, it's all toques, like there's no other form of a hat. They're all toques, so I just call it a hat.
Yeah. Holy crap, I have that at my house too. We have like a wicker basket and it's filled with like hats, toques.
It's all like winter apparel.
Yeah, scarves, gloves.
That's why I'm just like, oh, I'll get a hat out of here because there's no other form of a hat other than the toque.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I can understand that. I can respect that.
But yeah, I would call it a toque if I'm like shopping for one. I'll be like, looking for a toque.
Yeah.
Because otherwise a hat, like they could be like, baseball hat?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Because if you say hat, it's such a wide variety, right?
Sun hat? I don't know.
Yeah.
Next up is, I've never heard of this, a giver?
A giver?
Like
to exert as much effort as possible, often used in context of extreme sports.
Okay, well,
like when you give her your all?
I guess so.
Like, none of us are in extreme sports.
Give her your all?
So.
He's a giver? That sounds weird.
Yeah, I feel like that's
But honestly,
I feel like this site was written by an American. This is American propaganda.
Oh, I don't know what this next one is.
What is
Homo milk?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Milk.
Yeah, they don't have that in America.
Also known as whole milk.
Yep. I actually did know that, but not a lot of people
I didn't realize on the box it actually said homo milk.
Yeah.
I've never seen
What, have
that.
you never been 12 in a grocery store?
No.
And then you laugh at the packaging.
I've never
Yeah,
seen
you go,
that
ha ha ha,
before.
homo milk.
I've never seen that before.
The milk likes to kiss other milk.
Homo milk. That's funny.
Of the same orientation.
Oh no.
I gotta go find that now. What's the next one? Out for a rip. I had never heard this, but Chelsea does.
Oi! I'm out for a rip!
Do you know what it is?
I'm gonna go out for a big old rip of my ass.
Oh my god.
Gonna go out and rip.
Do you know what it means?
I'm gonna rip my fart.
It's going out for a drive.
Yeah.
No.
It is. I literally, the first time I heard this song is I have a friend that's like really into country music, so I don't know if via that she found this song, but it's called like Out for a Rip. And whenever we're going for a cruise together, she literally plays it and we jam out to it.
God. That's like listening to like, it's something unconditioned. Like the best years of our lives at the end of hanging out with people.
That, or like, that's the one song they go to at the graduation ceremonies.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, ugh. I remember when I made my grade 8 slideshow, and I purposely tried to avoid that song, and then the teachers went and like deleted all my audio and put in their own audio and like edited my slideshow, and I was like, you can't do that!
I'm just looking at the computer, and it's like, disk space remaining for recording. We can record 613 hours and 38 minutes.
Ooh. Think we can break a world record of like longest podcast?
No. Next question. No.
This one, obviously, I'm like reading more into these, and I'm like, an American must have wrote this article because this one's so like dumb. It's double, but then the description of it is a type of coffee from Tim Hortons, Canada's most popular coffee and donut shop. It's not a type of coffee. It's what you take in your coffee.
Yeah.
It's not like a
sugar.
brand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Double, 2 cream, 2 sugar. Yeah. A type of coffee from Tim Hortons.
I wonder who the first person was
It's
to
just
be
coffee.
like, the first person to be like, I'd like a double, and the person's like,
You're
sorry,
like, what did you say?
What do you mean? Hello?
I actually wonder how that terminology came around. It's the same thing with the triple though. Like what?
How did that? First of all, if you order a triple,
You deserve to burn in hell if you get a triple.
you have nothing to lose, and I'm afraid of you.
I always remember we used to work with someone, and they just get a tea, and it was like 4 sugar, 2 milk or something.
Sam.
It was so gross.
Yeah, I totally remember that. She'd always be like, can you pick me up a tea with, like, 4 sugar and 1 milk? And I'm like, ew.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Ew.
Like, can I get a quad, please?
Quad. Can I get it?
Can we call it Farquad?
Can I get a Farquad, please?
Like, drop Shrek on the, like, thing, anyway. So yeah, next one, which kind of goes with the same topic, is a Timbit.
Which is just a donut hole.
It's just a tiny little donut hole that you can get at Tim Hortons, and they're delicious.
Yeah.
No, this is not right. Who wrote this article?
Why? What
Timbit,
did
a
it say?
donut hole from Tim Hortons, or from any other restaurant in Canada.
No, you only call it Timbits if it's from Tim Hortons.
You only call it Timbits if it's at Tim Hortons.
First of all, what other restaurant in the
Can I
world
get a Timbit, please?
sells Timbits?
I mean, other places do sell them, but they usually call them cake pops.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because it's literally the same thing, except the cake pop is on a stick.
And it has, like, cake stuff on it?
Yeah, there's usually icing on it.
I know, like, at, like, fairs and stuff, like, they don't call them Timbits, but they're like donut minis or something like that. Like, it's like a tiny donut, or, like, donut holes or something. Like,
yeah, donut holes are the most common word that
because, like, Timbit, I'm pretty sure is licensed. Like, you can't.
Well, yeah, because it's a Tim Hortons bit.
It's a Tim Hortons product.
It's a bit of Tim himself. In every
Oh,
donut. That's what it means. You go to Tim Hortons and you go, hi, I need just a little Tim.
Is that Tim Hortons not Canadian owned anymore?
It's owned by Burger King now, yeah.
Yeah, because that's why there's Tim Hortons in the States now.
Yeah.
I don't think they're all over the States, but I know, like, if you just cross the border, there's still a bunch.
In Michigan they have a ton.
Yeah, they actually have, they're called, it's not just Tim Hortons, it's called, like, Tim Hortons Cake and Shop or something like that.
Yeah.
And they have, like, really good pastries.
They're like, yeah, I was gonna say, they're like fancy eateries.
It's like a fancy Tim Hortons, it's
Meanwhile,
so good.
I, like, the American equivalent of, like, a Tim Hortons in Canada, I imagine would just be, like, a McDonald's. Like, we have McDonald's in Canada,
Yeah.
but, like, imagine, like, McDonald's, I was gonna say that serves coffee, but they serve coffee now. Imagine, like, a coffee shop McDonald's. Like, that's how prevalent they are. Like, you could be in the middle of fucking nowhere, and there's a Tim Hortons there.
Yeah.
Like, they're everywhere.
Yeah. There's so many.
Yeah.
Even, like, Wallaceburg has a Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow.
If you go up to Wawa, Northern Ontario, you'll find, like, you'll be, like, driving by Lake Superior, and it's just nothing but mountains for miles. And there's just a little Tim Hortons.
Like, in the middle of the water.
In the middle of nowhere. Just, like, in between two mountains. And you're just like, I'll have a double-double.
Yeah.
I know Starbucks is coming insanely more popular across Canada, though, and it's kind of annoying because I really don't like spending like, $5 for a small drink.
I wish. I don't know if we have them in Canada. I think we might now, but Dunkin' Donuts.
We have something
So
equivalent.
good.
We have, I think it's Doug's Donuts. We have one in Brantford.
That sounds like a small chain. I've never heard of Doug's Donuts.
I know, I've seen a few.
Yeah. I wish we had a Dunkin' Donuts.
But I do know it's very small.
America
Or like
runs.
7-Eleven. I know we have 7-Elevens in Canada, but they're not the same.
No. 7-Elevens in Canada are fucking terrible.
In the States, it's like lit. You can get like good food.
Yeah, in Canada, like, in Thunder Bay, there's a 7-Eleven where my aunt used to work, and it's just so scary. I, like, went, and I was like, I'm gonna die.
Too spooky. Next on the list is a Parkade.
A Parkade?
Parkade?
Have you guys never seen a Parkade?
Like, is this like a car thing?
It's a multi-story parking lot.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was kind of
It's not like an arcade with a park attached.
Well, no, that's what I was
It's an arcade for cars. Have you ever seen that? Oh my god. Sorry to
play.
interrupt. Have you ever seen that commercial? They usually, for some reason, I've only ever seen it in theaters. But it's a commercial for like a car, like a Fiat or something like that. And it's like a dog park. And all the cars are driving around like dogs. It's so funny. They're like, oh, that's mine, the one that's like sniffing. And then it's like, hey, put that down.
It's a car.
It's my favorite commercial. It's so funny. They're just like, mine's the one covered in mud and dirt.
Yeah. But yeah, Parkade.
Yeah, Parkade. That's the next one.
Next is, we better all know what this is, or like, we can get it. It's a toonie.
A toonie! $2 coin.
That is a $2 coin.
You already know what the loonie is, so we'll skip right over that one. A toonie is a $2 coin.
Yeah, so a loonie, for people who don't know, a loonie is a $1 coin, because in Canada we have coins.
Instead of bills.
Yeah.
So, I have a question though.
Yes.
Did we just name the toonie because
it's $2
$2.
loonies?
It's 2 loonies?
Yeah.
Because I know we named the loony because there's a loon on it.
Yeah.
So I'm like...
They were like, loony. What rhymes with loony? Toonie. It's like,
Thank God we don't have a $3 coin. The throonie.
I have
The foonie.
I have a
$5
$3 silver coin at home, actually.
Then
I think my brother does too.
But I know...
They're like...
If I wanted to, like, I could actually use it as actual currency, but I wouldn't.
Yeah, it's like
it's probably worth more than
collector's
$3.
thing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I bought it from the mint, right? When I went to Ottawa.
Yeah.
That's so weird to me that it's like, pay money for a $2 coin that's fancy. It's like, what? It's only worth $2.
It's only worth $2, but yeah, I know, right?
I never understood the mint.
I know with mine, I don't go and buy, like, the special collector's ones, but I did get mine because I wanted, like, a souvenir from the mint, right, when I went. And so it's a $3 silver coin with my birthstone in the center of it. So, like, I don't mind spending the money on that because it is very, like, special kind of thing. Right?
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I think I bought like a quarter or something. I think I had a poppy on it or something like that. It wasn't a poppy, but... Oh, it was a tulip. That's what it was.
There you go.
Because it was, like, tulip season.
I was going to say, the poppy ones come around, like...
Yeah, they're always around.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
Next up.
So if anyone's wondering,
next
when
up.
we go to strip clubs, we have to give them $5 bills. Right?
I mean, just make it worthwhile.
Yeah. So...
I was like, why the hell are you bringing that up? And then
Because
I
Toonies
realized...
and because in America they have $1 bills,
Yeah, they
right?
have $1 bills.
So when they go to strip clubs, they can just be like, "Here's $1." In Canada, it's like,
Here's $5.
"Here's you
Here's
can
a
either
$5 bills and coupons.
you can either be like, here's a quarter, buy yourself something pretty. Hope your pH levels are okay."
Next up is a tourtière.
A what?
Tourtière?
Like a tortilla?
No.
A tourtière.
Can you use it in a
Isn't that
sentence?
I know what this is because obviously from a French Canadian
I'm
family,
pretty sure,
we eat
isn't
it
that
all
a
the
dessert?
time. It's a
No.
French Canadian meat pie.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Oh, so it's
Yeah.
just like
I'm
shepherd's
confusing.
pie.
What's the dessert I'm thinking of?
A sugar pie?
No. Maybe?
Leopard, lamb pie?
I don't know. I thought it started with a T too.
Tiramisu? Is that what you're thinking of?
I mean, no.
You're probably thinking like a tarte de sucre. Like that's like sugar pie.
That's probably what I'm thinking
Yeah.
then.
Which is the best thing on
Tarte
earth.
de sucre.
Best part about Canada.
Tarte de sucre.
I don't know.
That means
Beaver tails are really
sugar
good.
cake?
Sugar pie.
Sugar pie? Tarte
It's
de
literally,
sucre.
yeah, a pie made out of just like maple syrup, brown sugar, done.
Yeah.
Bake it,
How
eat
much?
it.
How much French do you know?
A little bit.
Like, can you like?
Parlez-vous en français?
Parlez-vous en français, s'il vous plaît? Oui, oui. Je m'appelle Taylor. Et j'aime la.
What do you love, Taylor? What do you love?
Poussé? Poutine?
No.
Or what is it? It's like poutine, like a word for poutine. If you say it wrong,
Well,
it means
yeah.
pussy.
No, if you just say like poutine, like poutine, it means like whore or something like that.
Oh no, I don't like whore. I want.
It's like an insult. You have to say it like
Oh.
there's a certain way. I think it's like.
Isn't
Like poutine is the way you have to say. If you just say poutine, it's like you whore.
Yeah, poutine. Because I feel like that causes like a lot of like.
Yeah.
Hi, what can I get for you? You fucking whore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is
Yeah.
that why, like, people that speak French hate how Canadians say it?
Yeah, that's
why Quebec French is different from
Yeah.
Paris French, is because we have.
There's such like a twist to it. It's
Yeah.
it's
I
such
know
an
my
accent.
mom grew up in Ottawa, so she learned Persian French,
Mm-hmm.
and she said it was the most difficult thing coming, like, to Brantford and finishing school here because the French was so different.
Yeah.
So I'm like...
It's such like a different. There's such like an accent.
When I was in high school, there was like a lot of kids who went like during the exchange program I was in. A lot of people went to Paris, right?
Yeah.
They're like, I want to improve my French, so I'm gonna go to Paris, and they would like go over, and it's like, oh, it's a different French.
Like a whole other language. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of them ended up being like, damn it, and like screwed themselves over because they're in Paris to learn French and they can't speak French because it's just Canadian French. Which is why I was like, I'm not going to France. I'm gonna go somewhere that I just want to go.
Yeah.
Like, the language is cool, but I'd rather, like...
I want
The
a nice,
culture-
nice trip.
Yeah, I was pretty much
Culture
just
in
like, I
France
want to
is
go
really
for a trip.
nice, but it's kind of overrated.
Paris shock syndrome. Like, that's the...
Oh yeah, we had to talk.
We had to talk about that. Basically, Paris shock syndrome is when you go to Paris...
That should be our next podcast.
is talking about Paris
like
shock
weird
syndrome.
phobias and.
Well,
like,
there's because it
syndromes.
also Jerusalem.
Oh yeah.
The thing where you go to Jerusalem and you think you're Jesus.
Yeah.
I think they had a South Park episode.
Let's save that for our next episode. Yeah.
Okay, next episode preview. We're gonna
Stay tuned.
We're gonna talk about Paris shock syndrome, which is just being surprised by how gross Paris is.
Yeah.
Jerusalem syndrome, and probably just like other weird travel things.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Because
That's
we all like to travel for the most
weird
part.
phobias and
Yeah.
things. Anyway,
Anyways.
next on the list is a serviette. Which...
Excuse me?
Oh, come on, you have to know what this
you never heard of
is.
serviette?
I don't know what that is.
Are you serious?
I might know what it is, but use it on,
Like napkin.
Oh, no, I don't know what that is.
Oh my
Seriously?
A serviette? Is it like the metal thing that goes on it?
No, it's the actual napkin itself.
I look at it, I was talking to Chelsea about it, like a serviette is almost like a cloth napkin, where a napkin is like just paper.
Oh.
Like if you go to a fancy restaurant...
I call those like handkerchiefs.
No.
Or like...
That's what goes in your pocket.
Serviettes are usually thicker than handkerchiefs.
It's like a thick... Like
Yeah, but like I call the
restaurant.
dinner table ones handkerchiefs. Or just napkins. Cloth napkins.
No, that's a serviette.
Well, apparently I come from a heathen family.
Next time you better say serviette when we go out.
Yeah. Excuse me, mom, do you have a serviette? And she'll be like, what accent is that? And I'll be like, I don't really know.
Next up is holiday.
What?
I guess it's because it says because we interchange holiday with vacation.
Oh, yeah.
Like, when are you taking your holiday?
A lot of...
Where then, like, a holiday is, like...
And do Americans...
4th of July is a holiday.
Because I know India has holiday.
Oh.
So I wonder if Americans don't say holiday, and then...
Well, they say holiday as in, like, Christmas is a holiday.
Yeah.
Where we would say, like, I'm going away on holiday.
Yeah.
So, like, vacation and holiday to us are kind of the same thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where in them, holiday and vacation are two separate things.
Okay.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
Next on the list is washroom.
Washroom.
Okay, what do they say?
They say bathroom.
I mean, same thing.
And we say restroom too.
Yeah.
I love the picture for this. It's literally a toilet in like an igloo. It looks so gross.
I love that. Yeah. That's another thing. I love like Americans. When I was little, I would go camping in Ohio, and I remember I went camping. And you know how you're a kid, you just like make friends like easy.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I made a friend who like they were like, "You're not Canadian." I was like, "Yeah, I'm Canadian." And so like they were like, "I don't believe you." So we went and talked to my mom, and she was just like, "Yeah, we're Canadian." And like all of a sudden, I was like the coolest kid at camp. They were like, "Oh my god!" Like I did the thing that every Canadian does when they meet an American who knows nothing about Canada, and I lied to them, and I told them that a polar bear ate my dog, and that we live in igloos, and like that moose just like walk around our like front yard, and they believed me, and it's like
a pet moose.
I'm from like I might as well be from Michigan, like.
You can see America.
I can see America from my bedroom. Like, I might as well be from Michigan.
That's funny.
Really funny.
It's like, I get to look at Michigan, but I don't actually have to be there.
Yeah.
Which, in my case, if you've ever been to Michigan, is a blessing. You're like, oh, Michigan, it's so pretty, but I would hate to be there.
Mm-hmm. I remember my grandparents had a cottage in Michigan, and they were like, no more, goodbye, sell it.
Yeah.
Like, we don't want to go here anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
The idea of Michigan is nice, but the execution is
pretty,
not.
but yeah, no. What's that thing? Michigan, their license plate. It's like Pure Michigan or something like
Pure
that.
Michigan, yeah.
I hate that slogan. Like, that's the best you thought of to put on your license plate.
Pure
Michigan.
I mean, license plate saying so for like any place
They're
is
so
really weird.
funny.
Like for Ontario, it's just like Discover Ontario.
Yeah.
And I'm
Good
like,
things grow in Ontario.
oh my god, no, I haven't heard that in forever.
They play it on the radio like all the time.
I honestly haven't heard that in so long.
I haven't in a long time. I remember it was always for like the farming things. It's like support
Yeah.
local farmers.
Good things grow in Ontario. Anyways,
Anyway, next up is Chesterfield.
Chesterfield.
I
Like
didn't know
a
what
gun?
this. No. It is a couch or sofa.
Yep, we have.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
that's stupid.
It's
What does it mean? Where'd it come from?
It's an older term, and I think it technically refers more to the fabric ones than the leather ones that
Yeah.
we now have.
I think it was a
Oh.
brand of couches that was really
Okay.
popular. I think
Yeah.
is the deal.
And then we just started calling all of them. It's like how
It's like
it's like how Kleenex became.
it's Kleenex.
It's Kleenex, not
Band-Aid.
tissue.
You know,
Yeah.
Band-Aid's the brand. Yeah,
Band-Aid's
it's things
a brand?
Like that. Yeah, Band-Aid's
What
is
are
the
they-
brand.
what are
Just
they called?
bandages.
Oh yeah, I guess.
But yeah, like Band-Aid is the brand.
Huh? Never thought about that.
Yeah, I know it's weird. It seemed like Q-tips.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
that's the brand. They're like cotton swabs.
I never thought of that.
Yeah.
I know it's weird, right?
Oh god, no.
I'm trying to think of like more now. I'm like, what other ones?
Anyways,
That's all
Let's
I really
continue
know.
this first.
Garburator.
Garb.
That's the thing that we didn't know existed. The like garbage disposal thing that goes attached under your
Oh
sink.
yeah.
An electrical device underneath of a kitchen sink that breaks up food so it can be wasted away.
We have one. My parents have one in their house, but we never use it.
Yeah.
And the only time I've ever seen it ever actually being used
Yeah.
is either they're pulling something really gross out of it in a movie,
Lovely.
or someone's putting something really gross into it.
Like
in
their
a movie.
wedding ring.
Like their hand.
Oh, nice.
Or their penis.
Yeah. I have never seen, like, a garbage disposal in our life. Like, a trash disposal.
Technically, it's our, like, it's like right
Never.
next to our light switch. So,
Oh, yeah.
anytime we turn on the light switch, we turn on the...
poor design.
I know, anytime we turn on the, like, light switch and we hit the wrong one, it turns on the garbage disposal and it just goes... It's, like, the scariest thing. It's like, I was just looking for light! And we have, like, 8 dogs, so they all start howling when they hear it.
Yeah. Like, I've never actually seen one before, and if I did, I wouldn't call it a garburator. I just called it trash disposal.
Or, like a garbage
Garburator.
disposal.
I feel like
Yeah, just look disposable.
when I hear the
monster.
word garburator, I literally think of like a drunk person trying to like fumble over his words to get it.
Garburator.
I think of, like, the Gerber baby or whatever it was.
Gerber baby?
Yeah.
Gerber death.
No. Next up on the list is housecoat. Instead of, like, bathrobe. Which,
Yeah.
Yeah, I say, yeah. I think that's normal for me. I say
Yeah,
housecoat.
housecoat.
I say both.
Because you don't wear it just...
I say robe sometimes.
You don't say it just in the bath. Right? You can wear your housecoat, like, anywhere. So
Fun
it's a
fact.
housecoat.
I only wear mine when I'm like going to take a shower. That's the only time I wear it. But then I don't like the heat.
I wear it then, or if I'm really, really, really cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, fun fact. I have a neighbor down on my parents' street who always lives in their housecoat. I've never seen them not wearing their housecoat. Like, going for a walk, housecoat. Taking out the trash, housecoat, you know. Coming home from work, swear to God, it's like housecoat. I've never seen him not in a housecoat.
I mean,
We
valid.
call him housecoat man.
They're valid.
I don't know what his name is. He's just housecoat man.
Housecoat man is valid.
If he's
alcoholic
comfy,
housecoat man.
Who are you to judge him? He's comfy and he's happy.
Yeah,
Let
come
him
on.
live his life.
Let him... He is valid, Allison. He's valid.
This next is a Texas Mickey.
Oh, I know what this is.
Is that just like a whiskey?
No,
what this is.
it's a
God.
huge
It
bottle.
is an 8-liter bottle of alcohol.
So then it's not a Mickey.
No, that's why it's called a Texas Mickey, because you know everything's
everything's
bigger
big in Texas.
Yeah.
So
But that's not a Canadian thing.
God,
Why would
that's
we...
8 liters?
Casey bought a Texas Mickey of Jack Daniels.
Oh my God.
She's like, finally I bought one. And I was like,
How much was
Casey.
that? Like $300? That would have been so much.
Yeah, I think she said she spent $200 and something on it.
God.
I think they're pretty expensive. But I mean, given how much alcohol you're getting, doesn't surprise me.
I mean, yeah, it's probably worth it in the long run. Next up is a Gotch, Gitch, or Gaunch.
I'm sorry, these sound like fake names I make up when I'm making a character.
I've only heard of Gitch.
I've heard of
Oh,
Gitch.
this one.
Maybe.
It's men's underwear.
Oh, Jesus, that's like a slur, isn't it?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
Also known as tidy whities in the States.
Okay, well, it sounds like it should be like a slur.
I say it all the time in my house. I think I'm the only one who probably like says it. I know Chelsea didn't know what it was.
No, I had no clue.
I feel
I
like
say it
it's
in my
like
house.
it's like, oh, those fucking gitches.
No. See, in my house we use
Oh, maybe I'm
it
thinking bitch.
because my brother, whenever he goes to take a shower, forgets to take clean underwear with him and like puts the dirty ones back on. So I always hear whenever he's going to shower, my dad yell, "Take a clean gitch with you," and I'm like, "Nice, Paul." That's the only time like we really say it.
Cecil's looking at you, by the way.
Baby boy.
My baby boy Cecil.
He wants to be in the podcast.
Bearded
too.
dragon.
He's like, I know what a gitch is.
It's like, I wear a gitch daily.
Okay, what's next on the list? Pencil crayons.
Oh yeah, Sam was telling me about this. She
Yeah.
was saying
I
how it
was
was like
so
she was in class and they were like,
surprised.
pencil crayon, pencil crayon. She's like, what the fuck are you saying?
What is a pencil crayon?
What are you what?
Also, yeah, colored pencils.
Color pencils. That's weird.
I mean, if I'm being 100% honest with you, I was surprised to find out that, like, Americans don't actually call them pencil crayons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? But at the same time, my family's always called them colored pencils. And I think that's because of my
I
grandmother.
call them both.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know why we call them pencil crayons, because crayons is a brand. Like,
Crayon?
yeah, they're not crayons. Crayons are crayons.
Crayola is a brand.
Yeah, but like crayons are like the wax ones. Why do we call them pencil crayons if they're not crayons?
because they're the same wax. It's
God,
just
you know
in
when
a
you say a
pencil.
word over and over again and it sounds
Yeah, do you
weird?
just do that?
Yeah, crayons is
Crayon,
such a weird
crayon,
word.
crayon, 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 crayon.
It's the same with like croutons. Have you ever said
Crouton,
croutons a lot?
crouton. Table is one. Table is the one.
Table?
Like anytime for me, it's like table, and it's like table. It's like, oh no, that word has no meaning.
Crayon? Yeah, because a pencil crayon, yeah, like a crayon is the waxy one. A pencil
Yeah.
crayon doesn't have the wax in it. That's just lead.
Yeah,
No,
it's
it's
a
still a
colored
wax,
lead.
isn't it?
No,
It's
a
not
colored
wax. It's
Oh.
just a colored lead. Yeah, it's not wax.
So wait, yeah, then what the
We
hell?
should be calling them Colored pencils.
Colored pencils.
Americans are right.
Americans are right about this one. Sorry, America. You got this one right.
Well, I mean, only half right, because I still spell color wrong, so...
Oh, yeah. So only half right.
Colour.
Couleur.
Couleur.
Couleur. Oh, this is my pencil couleur.
What else do we have? College.
Oh, yeah. College and the university are, like, different.
Someone must have wrote, like, an American wrote this because it says this refers specifically to community colleges in Canada.
No.
It's like,
No.
or it refers to just college.
Yeah, it's funny because
Community
I was applying
college,
to
college.
something like OSAP or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was like Sheridan Institute. And I'm like, I'm sorry. It's a college, not an institute.
Yeah.
But apparently there's no difference in America between
Any
college.
institution that awards degrees is referred to as a university.
Oh, yeah.
So all of their things
All
are
of them?
universities?
Well, technically, because we go to Sheridan College, right?
Yeah.
And we're in bachelor's programs.
But yeah, we're in university programs.
We're in technically university programs while going to college.
Yeah.
Which is unusual.
I mean, it works out for me because then I get more OSAP money, so...
But,
Yeah.
but isn't, like, Sheridan in the process of becoming a
Yeah, it's
university?
becoming, because it's at the point now where it has more bachelor's and university programs than colleges, like, programs, so it has to switch.
Yeah.
Because it's like, now it's overweighed.
Yeah. But, like...
Because that's what happened with OCAD, but they still call it OCAD.
Yeah. I don't think...
OWAD does not sound good.
What?
OWD. But yeah.
Oud.
Next up is
Oud.
how we say pop instead of soda.
Pop. Yeah.
So dear.
I would like it so deep.
So dear.
I love soda.
Yeah.
That's
Pop
cute.
is weird.
Pop.
Pop.
I mean, yeah.
I literally use both terms, so I can say things. And I even, like, my mom has those, the...
Soda pops?
Yeah, like the bottled
Yeah,
ones,
yeah,
the
yeah.
really old one.
Yeah.
So, like, I call them soda pop.
Mhm.
I just call them bubbly beverages.
I would call a soda thing that comes in a glass container,
Yeah.
and then a pop is like in a can or anywhere
In a big
else.
bottle
But
or
like
whatever.
if it's a soda, it's in a glass thing.
Yeah.
You need like a bottle over.
That's, yeah, like Jones soda. or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah, Jones soda.
Yeah,
We don't
makes
really have a
sense.
lot of other sodas.
Oh, there's also Stewart's.
I've never heard of Stewart's.
I love
Stewart's
Stewart's.
is really good.
They have one that's like a creamsicle flavor, and it's so
does
good.
Jones.
It's better.
Oh.
Stewart's is better than Jones.
But does it have fortunes on the caps?
Snapple has trivia on that.
Jones.
Stewart's has something on the cap. I don't think they're fortunes.
Jones has Jones
That's
sodas.
where I read the thing this morning. I was talking to Chelsea how, like, if you shake hands with a person for 6 seconds, you, like, become better friends with them or something like that. It said that on my Snapple lid. That's where I learned that.
I don't
Alright.
think our friendship can pass another level.
We're at 100% already. Can't go any higher.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean,
Unless I kill Chelsea.
yeah, or
That's a true test of friendship. Anyway, next on the list.
I ship it.
Wait, I was
I'm
actually
gonna ship
quickly,
real
I was
people like
quickly
a
gonna
fucking
say,
creep.
do you guys remember they were called like Chubbys?
Yeah, little bottles of water.
No, not water. There was pop in them.
I was never allowed to have them.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Yeah, I was never
My
allowed to
mom
have
didn't let me have
Lunchables.
them either.
Lunchables, I was not allowed to have Dunkaroos. I was not allowed to have Gushers. I was not allowed to have.
Childhood.
I was allowed to have carrots and celery, and yet somehow I still gained like 800 pounds.
Chubbies were like the rare treat. The
Chubbies
orange
are-
ones
yeah.
were the best ones.
If I got juice,
We weren't allowed, like, we never had juice boxes or anything either at my house. Like, we never had
juice
Kool-Aid or
boxes.
anything.
Yeah.
No, we just had water.
We just had water all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I want?
What?
You know, like, do you remember in elementary school, you'd get the milk in the,
The
plastic
milk.
container?
The what?
You get milk in a
No.
plastic container, and it'd have, like, a little, like, cap, and you'd, like, flip the straw up, and then you could, like, drink the milk out of the straw.
Do you mean
What?
Do you mean like just like the bottles you could get? Like it didn't have milk.
No, you don't buy it. It's like, you
Oh.
pour your milk from home into these.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
So you're
yeah.
talking about the sippy cup thing.
They're
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of sippy cups, yeah.
With, like,
They're,
the circle
they're
they were
milk,
Yeah.
shaped.
they're milk-specific sippy cups.
Oh, I didn't know they were milk specific.
I didn't know they were milk specific
I just had them
either.
for water.
I
I
had them
didn't-
for water too.
I didn't drink anything but milk when I was, like, 10. So.
And you still do. What do you know?
Yeah, now I'm lactose intolerant, so if I do,
You regret it, but you still do
I regret it, but I still do it.
Alright, what is next up on the list? I think we're almost at the end. A halogonian?
Hallucinogen?
Anyone from the city of Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Oh.
A halogonian?
A hallucinogen.
Most provinces
Might as well be. Those don't
have
exist.
Like
those,
Ontarioan or whatever.
Yeah, it's like an Ontarioan something.
Ontarian,
That's
yeah.
it. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then like
Doesn't sound good, Ontarian. It sounds like it's like authoritarian or like dictarian.
and like Newfoundland, they call you a Newfie.
Yeah.
Right.
Newfie. If you're from Columbia, British Columbia, you're.
I'm like, can you call them a Colombian?
I was
What if
gonna
you're from
say.
the actual
But
Columbia?
like, if you're from British Columbia, you're from Vancouver.
Yeah, basically.
Like, there's nothing else.
Oh god.
And the last on the list is Czech, but spelled like
Czech with a C.
Chequue.
Yeah.
So like an actual check.
Yeah.
Oh, because
This is how Canadians spell check, as in the thing you write to transfer money to another person. I guess they just spell it like just check.
Yeah.
Like,
check this
like
out.
CK in the.
We have a special term.
Did this one have the one for McDonald's on here?
No, it wasn't from this one, but I know on another list it was slang for McDonald's, and it was. Shoot, what was the first one?
McD's?
Well, the first one was McDick's.
Mackie?
McDick's.
No, it was like Ronald's.
Ronald?
It was something Ronald's, like Rolney Ronald's or something like that. It was a weird.
Oh, Ronald.
Let me go try and find it again.
Ronald. That sounds so familiar.
It was something like that.
I remember my cousin. It's funny because, like, all these things, I feel like a lot of these terms come from different parts of Canada. Like, if I compare to things I say compared to what my cousin says, who lives, like, just up north, like, they're very different sometimes.
Well, I know, I can't remember which province it comes from, but there was one, and they call sweaters bunny hugs, and they're the
Bunny
only
hugs.
place in all of Canada that says it like that. I'm like, that is the cutest, most pure thing I've ever
It's a
heard.
little bunny hug.
Okay, I literally have like zero Wi-Fi in here, so I don't know who says it, but it was something like
It sounds
Rolney Ronald's, or,
Wacky Ronald or something like that.
It started with an R.
Rolling Ronald's.
It was something
It
like that.
sounds
And I'm
familiar.
like, that's weird. It's just McDonald's.
Anyways, is that the end of the list then?
That was the end of the list I had.
Well, I have one more that I'm actually kind of curious to
There we
know
go.
if you guys have ever heard of. The Sixes?
The sixes?
Yeah.
Like,
Sounds
the number?
familiar.
Yeah. It says that apparently refers to the cities that make up the Greater Toronto area. And I'm like, but I just call that the GTA.
yeah, that's just the GTA.
Yeah.
But I guess that's referring to, like, the 6 major counties.
I guess that would make sense, but...
But yeah, I think that's all I really have.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you guys want to do a random thing?
Like what?
So, online,
Oh, I have to find a trivia for today.
Allison's got a trivia for the day.
Actually, I have to go find one.
And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a random SCP. And if you don't know what an SCP is, it's basically, it's called Secure, Contain, Protect. And it started off as these weird little creepypasta things that people would write.
I hate these.
And yeah, it's a weird, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a weird creepypasta thing that like everyone works on. So it's like lists. Think like Stranger Things upside down thing, but like it's like an online list. So there's like a Wikipedia for it. And every time like people add their own. It's like you create your own kind of thing. It's like making your own OCs. So today I'm going to tell you guys about SCP-3008. And it doesn't have, so they're all like names, right? And this one's considered a euclid, which means it can be dangerous, like it can be deadly to people. So like think like Eldritch Horror, stuff like that. So this SCP, to sum it up, is an IKEA store that you go into.
I love IKEA.
You go into this IKEA store, and you're stuck there. And you don't, like, all the staff in this IKEA store are all friendly and they're fine, whatever. But as soon as night comes, and night can be random, it's at any time, all of a sudden all the lights will shut off, and all the IKEA staff become hostile and attack you and try to kill you. And only 2 or 3 people have ever, it says here, since containment began, 14 individuals managed to exit SCP-3008. Following extensive debriefing, all individuals have been administered anemetics and been released. So it's just an IKEA store that at night becomes hostile.
Well then.
And all the employees try to kill you. So that's the random SCP for this week. Next week I'll find more. This one was kind of just like last minute. I went, oh yeah, I remember that. I should talk about it.
So, I mean, on another note, on a less creepy note, I decided to look up more Canadian slangs because I'm kind of curious to see like what people deem as like Canadian slang.
Yeah.
And some of these are just really weird. And then I was coming down the list and I saw one for a queue.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but that's not a Canadian thing. That's a British thing.
I mean, compared to America, like in North America, it's a Canadian thing.
But
This,
I don't know many Canadians that say it.
What do you mean? Tumblr. Tumblr calls it a queue. If you're in line, you're in a queue.
Oh, I thought we were talking about like the letter. I get it now.
No.
No,
Like Q,
like the lineup.
Like a waiting.
UE.
Even at Disney World, don't they call it a queue?
Yeah. That's just like a thing.
But then that's in the States.
Yeah,
Right.
so I don't think that's just a Canadian thing.
I only started saying it because I learned about it through like the British people and shows that I watch,
That's
right?
what I've always called it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I usually just say lineup.
I don't know.
Yeah. Any last comments you guys think?
I'm still trying to find a really cool fact.
Cats have 30 muscles in their ears.
No, I'm trying to
Should I look up another pun as well?
Sure,
If you
yeah.
want.
Yeah. Okay,
I'll look up
we'll
puns.
find some good ones.
Next time we record this, we'll have all this ready. I'll have my random SCP ready to go. Allison will have her random facts ready to go. Chelsea will have her shitty, horrible pun ready to go.
Why are you so bitter?
Because
Let puns
last
be
time it
puns.
was a joke. It wasn't even a pun. It was a joke. Like
It's a pun. It's a play on words.
Okay.
It counts.
Okay. Allison, what's your random trivia
I'm
fact?
trying to find.
Have a random trivia fact
Hang
now.
on. I'm really looking. Okay, I want to find a really, really good one.
Okay. Okay, so you guys both have one now?
All right. So your two facts of the day, because I couldn't find just one, is macaroni and cheese is the most purchased packaged product grocery item in Canada, and is also the most consumed in
Wow,
Canada.
try saying that 5 times fast.
She stumbled the first time she said
Ah,
it.
It's a lot of
A lot of peas. A lot of peas there.
Another fact that I just learned is there is a city called St. Louis Duhaha with 2 exclamation marks, and it's the only city that has 2 exclamation marks in its name.
Is that in Canada?
That's in Canada.
There you go.
Okay,
It's in
time to
Quebec.
move.
Chelsea?
So guys, what do you call an RCMP officer when he's standing on the ground?
I'm so
I
scared.
don't know.
A Royal Canadian Dismounted Police.
Oh my god.
Once again, not a pun. This is a joke.
Okay, it's really
fun.
funny though.
It's fine. Just stop calling it a pun.
It is a pun though.
No, I will fight you on this. It is not a pun.
It plays on words, it counts.
Okay.
For anyone who doesn't know, RCMP is basically like
FBI.
Canadian cops on horses.
Yeah, it's just like it's the rich.
Can
They don't
I
really do
say-
anything.
No, they just like look cool.
Yeah.
Can I tell you guys the one that I found that I'm like, this is absolutely awful and I hate the fact that I ever read it?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Sure.
Okay, so this one goes, I didn't mean to sound superficial when I say that the Canadian Prime Minister has nice hair. Isn't it Trudeau?
Oh my god.
That one I would kind of consider a pun,
No!
but we'll see.
That one's for you, Justin Trudeau.
That one's just for you. I fucking hate you.
Yeah.
I don't think many Canadians actually like him
Not
except for the
anymore.
younger
Not
generation
anymore.
because he's legalizing weed and that's about it.
That's the only thing he's
Yeah.
done. Anyways, before we get into politics,
Next fun fact. Marijuana will be legal in Canada. Move here.
well, no, it keeps getting pushed back.
Well, the
it's supposed to
official
be
date that's
Canada
been
Day.
released is Canada Day this year.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they pushed it back again.
It's gonna be a lit Canada
It was
Day.
supposed to be January, then it was pushed back to Canada Day.
Oh, okay. Anyways,
That's all.
looks like we're gonna be getting lit. Looks like our podcast will be getting a lot more interesting in January
Or a lot more
June.
stupid, take your pick.
July.
Thank you.
Canada Day is July.
Thank you. All right. Well, this is kind of a shorter podcast, but
How long did it go on for?
well, it's still recording.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Wrap it up, boys.
Okay. Let's wrap this up. Yeah. So thanks for listening.
We're gonna go make some crepes with maple syrup. Watch some.
Downton Abbey,
No, not down. That's not.
Canadian.
No.
Murdoch Mysteries. There you go.
Yeah, Murdoch Mysteries on our CBC.
On our Chibik,
You mean we don't have?
and go to the Lickbo.
Just imagine.
The
We're gonna go to
Lickbo.
The Lickbo.
And
That's our alcohol store.
We'll have some macaroni for dinner. And
Do you think we can find stuff to make beaver tails if we went to the store right
It's
now?
just like
yeah,
fried
absolutely.
bread.
I know.
Yeah,
it's
you just have to deep fry it.
so good.
Anyways,
That's all.
that's all.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye,
Thanks for
lovelies.
listening.